I went long on Aussie dollar after price came into this major sell side liquidity. Um, it's Wednesday, 11th of December. We've got CPI coming out in a bit, so I don't really want to be in this trade for too long. And I'll probably exit it just before CPI comes out, regardless of where it is, because I don't want to get stopped out with the spreads. If price could go in either direction, and I'd rather not stay in that trade before CPI, especially when it's so close to entry. Main reason for entry is the 1 hour time frame channel that came into that sell side liquidity at a major level. We also had the 240 channel. We had channel right here. However, I understand that we broke the channel. We've had a good RSI diverging from this point to this point. Look at it, we've had major accumulation on the 240 time frame, and this is essentially price manipulating. We had the fake initial market structure shift, which is trapping all the buyers in after this accumulation manipulation. Everyone's thinking price is going to continue higher, and just a manipulation to push price lower, which pushes into quite a good level. This low of this pin bar on the weekly time frame, equal lows. We've still got this level low right here that price can potentially come down to. You never know, right? But on the 1 hour time frame, as the channel formed, we had this order block that formed at the just after rejecting the low of that sell side liquidity, and then we took out the low of the candle before the order block, which is the inside buy candle, and I entered after we took a low off this candle. So during this candle on the 5-minute time frame. So on the 15-minute, it looks something like this. All right, price came down initially, pushed up, and then pushed back down, took out this inside low, and then took out this low. And I entered after price took out this low on this candle right there, and then we've been consolidating sideways since then. Yeah, I entered somewhere when this candle was forming, and then I re-entered another account around here after price took out this low one more time, and then started to push up. I was expecting a bullish engulfing candle next, but we didn't get that now. So we might get another bearish candle next that pushes down, maybe takes out this low or takes out this low, and then it might get followed with a bullish engulfing candle. If this doesn't happen before CPI, then I'm out of this trade. This is how the trade played out. However, I exited that trade as price started moving against me on the 5-minute time frame right after taking out these highs. We displaced lower, we put in this bearish fair value gap, and as price tapped into that bearish fair value gap, I exited that trade almost at around with one trade it was around break even, and the other one it was around 0.2%, mainly because CPI day. I didn't want to be in the trade for too long. I didn't like the fact that it was going against me, and didn't like the fact that I entered the trade in the first place, because CPI during the in an hour, and I wanted to get out of that trade as quickly as I could. Really played out quite nicely. My pattern, the pattern that I normally trade, played out perfectly. So essentially a channel with a range at the end. So this is the range that we had, and it's a 1 2 3 4 fifth test, right? Range with the 5 points, and on the 5th point it takes out the low of the middle point of that range. Normally I would just enter off that, but because it's CPI, I wanted price to take out this low as well, and takes out the low before that. Normally my entry would be at this bullish engulfing candle right here. However, I entered quite aggressively after we taken out this low and after price pushed up, and then the second one I entered was after price took out this low one more time, and I entered right at that 0.63399 level. And then I saw this bullish, almost an engulfing candle, not a fully engulfing candle, this bullish candle, and then price started to move up and gave me some confidence to stay in that trade. But again, like I said, CPI coming out, I didn't want to be in that trade for too long. Would have been a really nice trade, but it's what it is. I'm just pleased with the fact that my pattern played out. Even though I didn't hold the trade for too long, I'm glad the pattern played out, and it's something that gives me confidence to trade this pattern more often in the future.